Talk about Max the Cheek LeBear. Well, now he's Max Le Groin LeBear. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Outcasts to Icons. If you're still enjoying the save, drop a like on the video, helps out the channel, helps new people find it, all that jazz. Today, obviously, I thought I'd just like to show you Dinko Pavlic. Sometimes it's just nice to show you his pretty face. Still only 22, already has 21 caps for Croatia and a goal in there. Obviously, he's just, ignore the red arrows a little bit. They're just because of a bit of tiredness from previous matches and whatnot. And one of the things we've had struggles with this year is the rotation of the likes of Pavlic. Obviously, Milivojevic can slip into that midfield spot, which is fantastic, but the problem often is that they're often tired at the same time. And we really have yet to be able to find a good, suitable backup for Pavlic in games. Now, I have taken some steps to rectify that potentially by signing up a guy from Spain on a £1 million release clause. I found a youngster, but he's very young. But he does look, and he's left-footed. Looks like he could be like the next Dinko Pavlic, or someone that could at least give him a run for his money. And it will give a bit of competition for our young Korean lad as well, who I really do want to try and fast-track into the first team soon as well, because I believe those two could be the future behind Dinko to at least give us a bit of backup in there. But just sort of on the topic of the development and the squad depth, it's not something you can do overnight. Not with the budgets we're working with. If we had a £100 million transfer budget or something, then we could definitely build a squad that is completely full of depth, full of all that. But we've spent the last year and a half getting rid of dead wood, basically. That yes, they could have provided depth, but they were also taking up inordinate amounts of wages that just wasn't good for the club and was going to put us in financial difficulties if we didn't do it. Like I said a couple of seasons ago at Sassuolo, it's going to take us a couple of seasons, and each time there's a separate plan. First it was get rid of dead wood, then it was to slowly strengthen the first team squad into the players we wanted. Now it's sort of working towards that aim, as well as bringing in backup players and squad depth. And the fact that we're even sort of in the conversation still for the Europa League places again this season, whilst also playing in it, is a good step for me. And I think it shows that we do still have the quality to do that, but these things take time, and we've got time now, and I'm willing to do that. The other thing is as well, I normally play quite a strong development strategy when it comes to FM, as far as bringing in young players, bringing them through slowly, so you always have that kind of conveyor belt. It's hard to come into a club midway through a save and do that whilst you're being thrown in and expected to win things, or not win things, but achieve stuff straight away. It's a difficult process to try and build that up, essentially. But I think like we're getting there right now, and I'm pleased with the way things are going. Also, on the topic of Dinko Pavlic, he's been taking a coaching course. I know, 22 years old, the guy's already got his sights set on the wheelhouse of management, except he made a slight error. He signed up for what he thought was a coaching course, but when he got there, he found out it was actually a course for bus drivers. Now, on the plus side, he did persist with the course and is now fully versed in driving one. So if our team bus ever breaks down, he could probably fix it. Or, more importantly, if, for example, I don't know, the team bus driver ever gets food poisoning caused by, dodgy lasagna or something, then hey, Dinko can take over and sort things out for us. Now, we've had a couple of games off camera against Torino away and Inter at home. Two not easy games. We've had some really tough games lately in the league as well. The frustrating ones were the Bologna and Sampdoria games, where I feel like we probably should have done better. Those are the ones that stick in my craw, but it happens. We get that. Hopefully, when things even out a little bit, we can start to get some form back. And it only takes that one win, which I do not expect us to get today against Manchester City, to be honest. That's the situation. We host City. I'm not expecting anything. I think we were very fortunate to get a draw away from home, which we'll take, obviously. But if we lose this game, which I expect that we will no matter what we do, then that's fine. We really just have to hope that Sporting can beat Rangers. Now, someone said that Sporting, or no Portuguese side, had ever won at Ibrox. Well, they have now, of course, because they did win at Ibrox last time out. So if they can do us that favour again, this is the real danger area for me. I feel like if Sporting beat Rangers, then we've got that third spot, because Rangers' last game will be against City, and it will just be between us and Sporting for that final spot. But I feel like the chances of us actually managing, because if they win, obviously they'll go 3 points clear. It's a toughie. But I'd still take third place in this group. That was our task ahead, and I was happy with that. So obviously Kevin can't play today. The one thing you will notice is I've actually now set Milivojevic to being that ball-winning midfielder, ball-playing defender when he is in our back line. I tried it for the last game, and he seemed to play well with it, but it's hard to tell over one game. But that's the one change I'm kind of happy to make right now. For the rest of the tactic, honestly, I really like where we're at as tactically, as we've seen how well we can perform, even without perhaps a prolific goal scorer. For me, now it's about building personnel into this system to slowly inch our way better and better. That's what I usually do once I've got something I'm happy with. Right, team selection. There will be some changes towards the front line, I feel like. Pavlic out. He is a bit tired. He really is. Like, we needed him in the last game because it was an important league game. I just didn't see any hope of us actually taking anything out of City. So Quarto, really? The other thing is Quarto's now back, but I'm so hesitant to start him here because we need him. We've literally, I don't think, that poor run of form started the direct game after we lost Marco Quarto to that injury, and that really does show how important he can be to this team. Flans, happy to put him in there on this side now. Cabrera or Dionisi. Dionisi, in fairness, has played extremely well over this last period of matches. But I just don't know if I want to play Kudus in defensive midfield. And this is where it would be important. I wonder, actually. Yeah, sadly, I thought that players under a certain age didn't have to be registered and could just come in at any time, but it appears that's not the case. It's because a lot of them are involved in another match on the same day. That's a shame. I was actually thinking about giving our young Korean a start, but we can't do that now. We're not playing Lombardo through the middle, though. That is an absolute no-go. Siggy Jonsson's knackered, so we're going to start Lebert here. I honestly think I'd rather play Kudus up there and have someone like Glavash in the midfield, because he's at least got slightly better tackling. Just going to add some extra instructions to certain key players for them. Right, let's crack it. Hope for the best, I suppose. Like, I realise there's the chance if we were to pull off a ridiculous victory against City, it would be outrageous. But given how we played in the first, I just don't see that being very likely here. And I don't want to risk someone like Marco Quarto, who literally came back to full training like 2 days ago. We just have to try to make sensible decisions about this. Our form as of late is not good, in fairness. But I'm hoping that we can turn that one around. Once Marco comes back and we get a little bit of time to just rest out a little bit. But you just never know what you're going to get with Sassuolo. Maybe there is a magical performance under here. We certainly looked... we were up against it in the first game against City, and I don't think today's going to be a great deal different. But they have shown that they do seem to struggle to score goals in games. They're very good defensively. Shaqiri round the side here, and it's an instant goal. Luca Coppola, City break our backline within 3 minutes. They couldn't do it at full 90 minutes at the Etihad, and they do it within 3 minutes here. And it's the same style of play that they were playing before, and I think it was just one of those things where we just weren't going to be able to quite deal with it today. We just don't quite have the strength. That was poor there. I think that, I don't know who that even was. I think it was Merlin Kelly. Could have done better on that particular play. It's a good ball around the side, and it's a good finish. Moscatelli's wrong-footed. Coppola. Be nice not to get absolute... Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, dearie me. It's going to be 2-0 inside 5 minutes. It's not ideal. Not spectacular from us there. Inside 7 minutes, we're about to fall 2 goals down here. Ansu Fati stepping up for City, and it's a good penalty. 2-0 to Manchester City, and they've dispatched us very easily in the opening stages of this game here, and I think we've got very little recourse to come back into it, but you never know. Weirder things have happened. Kelly now. He's still got it, actually, Merlin Kelly. Whips it through, and Flans on the end of it, and Nicholas Flans makes it Sassuolo 1, Manchester City 2. Is it just me, or does Nicholas Flans bloody love an over-exuberant, like, helicopter volley? The amount of times I've seen him get into positions like this, and instead of just taking a normal shot, he does these beautiful little scissor kicks constantly. It's a great finish from Flansy on his left foot as well, and we're back in it. Whips it low. It's in the back of the net! It's Max Lebert! Sassuolo 2, Manchester City 2. I actually have no idea what is going on in this game. When we went 2-0 down, all I did was I did the thing where we switched it through the middle. I also set Dionisi to man-mark Coppola, because he looks like a danger man for City. And I tried that in the last game as well, which I'll talk more about in the inter-camera games bit. But what even happens here? Does this just... It's hit Lebert in the groin. Talk about Max the Cheek Lebert. Well, now he's Max Le Groin Lebert. Makes him step into midfield a little bit sometimes and provide some space. Michal Chea? Can he use Granados? He can. Oh my god. If we actually could have had a third goal there. In other good news, I think Sporting are winning against Rangers, as we are currently earning a 2-2 draw here, which is even better news. Ball over the top. Lebert flicks it down, and Kelly will surely get this. Yes, he will. Into the midfield for Flansy again. Lebert, he's got the runner beyond. Can he find him? Granados is in. What on earth? Sassuolo 3, Manchester City 2. I am absolutely gobsmacked, my friends. Granados smashing it past. I don't know what's changed. All of a sudden, City seem to have completely lost the plot. Lebert just rolls it into the path of Granados. It's not even the best effort. The goalkeeper probably should get that, and we somehow have the lead here. Now, I still don't know if we'll hang on to it or anything like that. But my God, I think we're still a bit fortunate to be in front here. But the fact that we've managed to show we can do it is actually mad. Oh my... What a goal! Luaga Azir. I mean, I don't know what they can do about that strike. That is just an absolute rocket. We've conceded some insanely good goals in the Europa League. I keep saying Champions League because it feels like it. Like the 2 goals against Sporting, those rockets from long range, and then this one. Oh, honestly, I just thought the chance had gone. Look at that. That is outrageous. Well... half-time, and it's 3-3 here in Sassuolo, and I don't think that we're done just yet. I do still think City might well end up winning this, but the fact that we've shown the quality to grab the goals we have is still exciting. Moscatelli has actually struggled a bit as of late. Not that there's much he could have done against that goal, I don't think, honestly. By the way, when we were in front briefly, we actually leapfrogged over Sporting. Oh, Lebert. LeBert? Oh my god, how's he missed that? Despite the 3 goals conceded in that rough start to the match, we still look pretty confident. Flans. Mihal Che into the box, and there's so many bodies in there. Whips it through. Granados! It's in the back of the net. It's the Swallow 4, Manchester City 3. Andres Granados this time with the goal. And we've actually looked genuinely good in this match. I don't think we can even pretend that we haven't now. And that would send us up to second in the group. And we'd actually have a better head to... Hang on, wait. Why would we not go above City? Our head-to-head would surely be better than theirs. Moscatelli looking long this time. And LeBert could win this, and he does win it. Kudos. Look at the space. The space for Merlin Kelly. He's not the best finisher on the pitch. But it doesn't matter because it's in. Sassuolo 5, Manchester City 3, and now Merlin Kelly. I just do not know what is happening in this match, my friends. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. It's a great knockdown from Max LeBert. Kudos picks out the pass superbly into the channel now. And now, wow. I mean, now our goal differences will be the same, won't they? So now we should go top, right? Around for Uriarte's. Got support with Glavash. Kelly now. Look at the overlap. Oh, it's a great pass. Oh my god, Nicholas Flans could have made it 6 then. That was a great ball. Just trying to make little changes to make us slightly less attacking and just try to see this game out right now. Saka with the ball in. Oh, and it's cleared. 4 minutes of stoppage time here, and it is gonna be Sassuolo 5, Manchester City 3. I am absolutely gobsmacked by it. I cannot believe after falling 2 goals down at home to Manchester City, we have scored 5 more goals and are going to win in this match. I tell you what, this makes up for a lot of the poorness we've seen from us lately. I mean, we've had more chances. Max LeBert had that great chance in the second half. I think we were a bit fortunate to win this one, agreed. But we've had some, swings and roundabouts. Like I always say, it comes back to you. Sometimes it's just not going to work out. So Swallow 5, City 3. And I think that means we go above them because of the goal difference / head-to-head. We go top of our Europa League group. And we do qualify for the Europa Conference League guaranteed now. And we would need, currently, I think... Oh, I know what it is. It's the 3-way head-to-head, isn't it? Because we're all tied on 8 points. Of course. Wow. This is starting to get a little bit interesting now. My goodness me. All right, next game is going to be fascinating, my friends. Back in a second. Right then, we're back. And obviously we had some off-camera games in the league to deal with, where our form hasn't exactly been special lately. We went away to 12th place Torino, decent side, ball put around the side for Lanza in the 53rd minute, and we fell behind. Not exactly what we needed when our form was as poor as it has been. However, this time we were the late heroes in a game, which was nice to see. Kevin with a beautiful cross in, and look at this for a finish from Nicholas Flans yet again, 1-1. But it really was a dreadful first half from us. We really just sort of pulled it back towards the end, and Kevin and Nicholas Flans definitely pulled that one out the bag for us. But it was a tough away game. We've just had some tough games as well lately. It's really just the Sampdoria and Bologna game. I honestly feel like if we just won those 2 home games, this would all suddenly look a lot better because we'd just be picking up away draws against decent sides and beating teams we should be beating, but that's not the case right now, and we have to deal with that. And that couldn't have been more clear. At home against Inter, Pavlich winning the ball high up the pitch, finds Sigurdsson, who just hangs onto the ball brilliantly, knocking it around the side, and Flans slapped us 1-0 up after 32 minutes. And I was really happy because we were playing decent football, and then unfortunately, we just leave a guy on the edge of the area, and it was 1-1. I'd say it's a fair result in the end, though, and that's just how these sort of things go. But what I would say is before the game, because of Vinicius Jr. being like a key man for them, I decided that we were going to just go all out to try and mark him. In the end, he didn't actually end up starting this game, but you can see that Rodrigo, the guy they did put in that spot, got absolutely marked out the game, and I think it really nullified Inter. And I think that's one of the things I'm definitely going to start doing, is looking at key players from the other teams in general, and just focusing on one player that we can try to take out of the other team's, like, basically attacks. And in a way, we kind of did as we went away to Napoli, who are actually having a bit more of a stronger season this year. Had an okay performance, and I think a draw was probably a fair result in the end, but it was a 0-0 this time, keeping ourselves defensively stable at the back. They did a good job in this game. Kudus did struggle a little bit in the attacking midfield role, but again, a good away draw at a top 5 side. These are good results for me. And then finally, we found ourselves away at bottom of the table, winless Udinese, or as the team have come to be known in the league, palate cleanser Calcio, sadly. 1-0 through Nicholas Flans again. He's been phenomenal in this period. Made it 1-0. They went down to 10 men in the second half here, and it was just able to just grind through them. Kevin with the ball out wide. Cabrera dinks it across, and there was Sigurdsson. Great header, 2-0. About as comfortable as a game could be. They played a narrow system with a big stacked attacking midfield, and we just played around them. Really, really strong performance from everybody on the pitch, and that's kind of just what we needed, really. I know it's bottom of the league, and we'd be expected to win, but it was nice to see us just turn up and do our thing very, very comfortably and sweep them aside. And hopefully that's a little bit of confidence back for us. It's just nice to get another win in the league. Despite not losing much, the lack of wins definitely does make a difference. But that is also 6 games unbeaten in all competitions now. It's weird how these things can flip. After all that, though, we are still 9th in the league, technically, but you can see there's a slight gap starting to emerge below 9th place, and we really are very much in touch with 6th place, with Bologna, Milan, and Cagliari in there too. And Inter, of course, the team we drew against, aren't too far out of it, and really, we're only 7 points off the Champions League places right now anyway, and only 2 points off the Europa League places, which is really my target for this season. If we could just get back into the Europa League, in a season where we're having to play in it as well with all the extra games, I would still consider that us making progress, really. That and the fact that we've only conceded 7 times in 15 league games is utterly nuts. Having Quarto back really does make a difference as well, though. The guy is just a genius. Sadly, though, our young Korean, who I was just about thinking of fast-tracking into the first team, has broken his foot. He's gone the Jorginho way about his injury, and that is not ideal, because he could end up getting himself John Okoro'd with an injury like that, and I pray that he doesn't. It's all on the line now. We know we've got 3rd spot in the bag, which is good. I want that. That's lovely. That's all I really wanted out of this group. And honestly, I think the bright spark of this season has been our performance in the Europa League. If you'd have said to me at the start when we all saw that group that on the final group stage game we'd be coming into it joint top of the group on the head-to-head group stage thingy, I think, then I would have bitten your hand off. I would not have believed that we'd be top of the group at this point. So really, even if we don't manage to come top, or even second, I'd still say it is a very successful campaign in the Europa League this season for us. Now, I'll be honest with you, I actually don't know how the permutations work with this, given that you'd think City will beat Rangers. So I think top of the group is very likely. Then Flans also picked up an injury in the last game, which we'll see him miss a couple of weeks. Annoying, as did Dinko Pavlich. Very frustrating, but it is what it is. We're going to do the same thing we did against City, because apparently it worked. That might have just been a one-off, but sure, why not? So I'll switch things around. Lebert will come in. Kelly on the left-hand side. I'm not putting Kudus there. I'll put Glavash there and Kudus on the right-hand side. Smaller bench doesn't help us either. Sadly, Quarto's lacking a little bit of fitness, but I don't really want to put Granados there. Brera will play on the left instead of Dionisi, although I really have enjoyed Dionisi. But you can see we definitely do lack a bit of depth. There's really few options that we can bring into that attacking midfield, or the midfield in general at the moment. And that's definitely an issue. I'm actually going to bring Igor Bosi onto the bench. He's a midfielder that can play in the DM role. He's not fantastic as the ball-winning midfielder, but he can at least do the job for us. He's a youngster, so we'll have to see. He's an option if we need to, because that's really the part where we're weakest right now. Okay, so don't tell me he's not starting. I was literally about to go, right, we'll set up this to basically try to prevent Martins from doing his thing. And he's just not in their lineup. Martins isn't even on the bench. No sign of him. That is a good sign. I realise we're missing players too, but that is a very good sign. I think it weirdly feels a bit like a free hit in many ways, just on account of the fact that it would be so good if we were to get through. But it's not within my expectations. My expectations were simply 3rd spot, and we've got that. The problem we have, unfortunately, is that when City, which they already have, take the lead against Rangers, we then slip to 3rd in the group, because it no longer relies on the 3-team head-to-head, it goes to the 2-team head-to-head, which of course we are slightly behind on. Wait, Lombardo's playing an attacking midfield? I did not mean to do that. Wait, who did I not put in an attacking midfield? Quarto's out. I don't really want to change it now, but I didn't notice that, and that could be costly. My plan would have probably been to switch Granados and Gianni Lombardo over. He's not the worst there. I'm willing to give him a chance and see how he does, because Granados definitely performs better when he's out wide. So, oh, hello, Max Lebert into the box. Can he pull a crossback for someone like Granados? Oh! Wait, what? I am so confused. I thought that was in. I guess it must have hit the crossbar, or the keeper saved it, and then there was no one there to try and put it over the line. We've limited Sporting to 0 shots in 35 minutes on their own ground here, which is a really nice sign of our defensive fortitude. Milivojevic with a good headed clearance, and actually, they're going to let Lebert bring this down. He's 2-on-1 though, so he's unlikely to be able to pull off much here, but he can use support. And Lombardo finds Kudus. He's got Granados inside him. We've got men forward. Kudus, back post, Glavash! Oh, it's a good save from Racciopi, and we could have taken the lead there. Strong from us so far. We look good. I'm happy with our performance currently. Certainly on the defensive side of things. Want to get a little bit more going forward. They've got Ronaldo. Oh, come on. Sporting 1, Sassuolo 0. Damn it. That's like the first thing we've really seen from them in today's game. After 40 minutes, I think that's literally their first shot. We've defended so well. Ronaldo gets the ball on the edge of the area here, and you know what Ronaldo's can do. And they just get a bit disjointed. I think it's Milivojevic is just a bit too deep, and he can't push out quick enough, and he plays Ronaldo onside. A frustrating one for that. I think first half has been very, very even, and where we couldn't take the chance with Glavash, they were able to take the chance with Josimar Moreno. But if we play as well as we did in the first half, and find a few little opportunities, then I don't see any reason why we can't get back into this game. God, it's so hard to keep track of who's who at the moment. I honestly don't know how that's allowed. Still got bodies in the box. Moreno, he'll just try to force him to shoot, I think. Oh, long ranger perhaps? I mean, what a strike. If it isn't one long-range strike from Sporting, it's another, and it's Teixeira this time, barreling one into the back of the net. I think we did get a bit of luck in the City game, in fairness, so I don't think we could complain too much. But bloody hell, what a strike. They've got some serious long-range shooters in their team. My God. I mean, is he in the box here? No, it's just a great strike. Maybe Moschitelli could do better, though. We've come back from 2-0 down in the Europa League before. There's no reason why we can't do it again. Lombardo now out on the right where he feels more comfortable. Can he find a good cross? This is what we need, and he might well do! Kudus' shot is blocked, or saved rather. Blocked by the goalkeeper. Playing some nice stuff here, but not really finding the breakthrough yet. Lombardi. Oh, nice ball again. Mihilchea. If we keep playing like this, there's surely something to come. Whips it through. Kudus! And it's blocked again. Well, it's looking like it's going to be a win for Sporting. We've actually played all right here. Ironically, I think we've actually been better in this game than we were in the 3-3 draw, and they've been worse. But that's how football goes sometimes. We've had a lot of that at times this season, but hopefully it will all come back round to us. Lombardo, out wide for Mihilchea. Good ball in, and it's smashed into the bottom corner by Marco Quarto off the bench, and it really does just show how important this guy can be to us when he's in the team, really. I brought him off the bench. He's come in. I didn't want to play him because of the fitness issues that he's had. And now he's come straight in there and immediately got us back into this game with a great finish past the goalkeeper. Oh, hint of offside in that. Is there still chance? I don't think so, though, somehow. It's not going to let me make a change yet, is it? I mean, to be fair, even the draw at 2-2 wouldn't actually make a great deal of difference in the ground. Oh, really? Good save. I think that's probably going to do it. And there it is. Sporting 2, Sassuolo 1. Yeah, I honestly don't think we were that bad in this game. The Hosmar Moreno chance, that was just bad defending. Great goal from David Teixeira. And Quarto gets us back in it. We missed a couple of chances in this. Still, I think over the course of our Europa League group, it probably has balanced out because we got 2 relatively fortunate results against Manchester City. I think there's no way we should have drawn in the first game, and we definitely didn't deserve to win. Definitely could have had a draw in the second game against them. So, it still balances. Next episode, we have all sorts of funny business going on. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do exactly for the live comms, because I do kind of want to get into January a little bit, but we'll have to sort of see. We've got the draw for the next round of the Europa Conference League as well, which obviously will take place here. So we want to be trying to... Well, I won't get up to that in one video, because that's quite a lot of games. But nevertheless, I'm still pleased with our performances so far. This is our first defeat in 6 games, and I think we played pretty well in that game. We now have Brescia and Spal in the league before we have Lazio. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, in spite of the defeat, things are just starting to turn around for us, and what a first game that was against Manchester City. Drop a like on the video, that'd be lovely. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be gorgeous too. I stream on Twitch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so go follow there as well, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for a nice bit of league action, just to chill out a little bit. Plus, you'll get to see some new signings, because it's January, and they will be coming in. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Goodbye.